Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today I want to talk over a little pretty kind of unknown or very underrated thing that's currently set up in the WoW base UI, and that is click casting. I want to talk about this especially for tanks. I know this can be useful for DPS and healers as well, but for tanks in particular, I know how well this can be useful in setting up your build, your UI, and all of that fun stuff. So before we get started, please do like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for the quiet day yesterday on stream. A hurricane came through and we had no power for like 36 hours. So we basically woke up this morning, have power, and here I am. We'll be streaming today and all that fun stuff, but thank you so much everybody for all the love and support. There is a Twitch link down below if you wish to support me directly, and a Patreon link as well where you are able to get all of the weak auras and LVY profiles and everything all in one packet document that you may need. So, click casting for tanks. What is it? So, click casting for tanks is obviously you hover over the frame, you hit a button, and your assigned button does the assigned thing. How do you do this? Interface, combat, control, and you click this click casting button right here. Now here I am on my paladin because my paladin has the most options, right? It has the most amount of off healing and protections and things like that. You can do this on any tank, and there's a couple of things that are obviously really useful to have depending on what you have, right? So for what I have set up here, I have Blessing of Protection. So when I shift left click a party frame, I will immediately bop. And I can do this on any single person at all. Control left is Blessing of Sacrifice. This is not how you have to set it up. Set it up however you want, right? Like I'm just telling you what your options are at your disposal and how I have it set up. Word of Glory is the middle button. So all I have to do is hit my middle mouse button right here over a frame, and I will automatically heal somebody with Word of Glory. That, isn't myself. Cleanse Toxins, I have control middle button. I have a lot of options here where some mouse overs might be working, but this is just kind of how I set it up for the video. Shift right, I have Lay on Hands. So again, when you're in a party, you just, you see someone get dropped from 100 to 10, boom, shift right click. It's going to save you a lot of time. Mouse overs can do this, and if that's how you prefer to play, that's great. But I also think this is a really, another completely viable option, and this is built right in. You don't need LVY for this. And then Flash of Light is just control right, and then boom, I can throw out some heals. So this is kind of how I have this set up for this video for my paladin. For tank specs that have battle reses or some sort of dispel, what I like to do here is, this is kind of the main setup that I have for, tanks that don't have a crazy amount of like off healing or super protections like bop and sack and all the fun stuff. But what I do here, shift left, is my dispel on my bear. Let's switch over to bear. Nope, there we go, bear. And shift right is Brez, right? So you can set this up to have multiple tanks and really work this out. So then that way it's very easy. You could always set your Brez to be the exact same one on all of your tanks, if that's the way you want to work it, because Paladin's getting a Brez and Dragonflight. But this is something in the base UI that you can just work in and save yourself some button space, right? So with shift right being my Brez button, I don't need to have an actual button to press for Brez. Right? It's easy. I just need to track it. So here I have it, saving myself a keybind while still easily tracking my battle reses and things like that. Now, do note, this does not work with engineering battle reses, because for some odd reason, click casting doesn't work with items. It only works with abilities, like spells and abilities. So that is something that you are going to have to kind of look into. If you are one that makes a lot of mouse over macros as well, built into WoW, unfortunately with LVY, it gets hidden. But if you turn LVY off, you can set this up to however you may like. If you like using mouse over macros and that fun stuff. So if you turn LVY off and wait for the loading screen, you can actually do the same thing. Hit escape, interface, combat, and appearing here is unit mouse over cast, and then you can kind of set it up for what you want here. This does not appear if you have LVUI active, so this is something that you're going to have to make that own decision yourself. This is just an informative video to tell you what is out there, but this is baked into the base UI of World of Warcraft. If I'm not mistaken, this happened in 9.1.5. It was kind of a feature that went right under the radar because a lot of things were going on. I remember at the time, like, covenants were becoming fully opened, and renown was being a lot easier, and there was a lot of much cooler stuff coming in, where these new features in this new system got completely overlooked, right? Just completely overlooked. So this way, you're actually, it's here. I use click casting a lot because I find it's very, very easy, right? I can easily dispel anyone without having to worry about it. I can easily brez someone without having to worry about it. It saves me keybinds, and it works really, really nice, and it flows really well. So you can set this up. So any utility or anything that you have, like Vivify for monks, the dispels for the 3 tank specs that have it, intervene if you so want. You can shift left click intervene for warrior. There's a lot of different uses for this that you can actually save yourself depending on how you want to set up your tank spec. So I thought I'd make this video and highlight some cool things that Blizzard has done. Aside from that, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you everybody for all the support. Have yourselves a good one, and I hope you guys are staying safe. Bye.